Uh, Good morning. Happy April Fools. I got nothing for you. Anywho, today is Big History, day 7. I think that's right. 5, 10, 11, 12. Yep, today's day 7. Um, and the goal today is to write our investigation piece. Right, so I have turned on investigation 7, so you can now go into the second one. It's kind of a big thing, and there might be something along top of your screen. Investigation 7 is now open, something fun like that, where you are to have a written response to the question: to what extent was farming an improvement over hunting and gathering? It is designed to be a standard 5 paragraph essay. And what does that look like? That looks like an introduction, when you have a thesis statement, and your thesis statement should have 3 points, which are clearly outlined in your body paragraphs, body paragraph 2, 3, and 4, and then a closing paragraph. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a strong thesis statement. I'm looking for a thesis statement that has an idea and 3 reasons that explain why. So, I harp on this, and you might want to pull up the document. I think it's basically search thesis statement. It should be in your notes somewhere, or it's on Google Classroom. By examining point 1, point 2, and point 3, it is clear that, and then you state your idea. That's the first thing I'm looking for. We've worked on this before. I'd like to see some evidence there. Do you have to write your thesis that way? Oh, look, you can see my breath. No, you don't. However, it's got to be something like that. You want to have an idea, and you want to have it supported by 3 separate ideas. So that's what I'm hoping everyone can do. I'm hoping everyone can write a solid thesis statement in their introduction. Then your 3 body paragraphs. Well, by examining point 1, point 1 gets its own paragraph. If you're going to say farmers had more access to food, you then need 3 reasons why that statement is true. 3 examples for point 1. Hold on. I just slid the phone over. I'm reading this directly from the Big History Project. Remind students to use information from texts in the investigation library, as well as other sources. So that's where you're getting your information. Can you look other things up? Yeah, I guess you can, but this isn't designed to be like a 3-hour long project. Like, you should be able to start this and finish this in 1 class period. You have an hour. You should be able to do it. Can you go back and edit it? Absolutely. I don't want you spending, I don't know, it's up to you. You got nothing but time, I guess, right? You want to go to town on this and spend all week? Knock yourself out. So what we're really looking for is 1, a thesis statement, and 2, your body paragraphs, each lining up, and your body paragraphs having textual evidence from the sources. So if reading 8 is on Jared Diamond and he says that, cassava production went up 12,000%, then you cite that. You say, according to Jared Diamond, 12,000 cassava production went up 12,000%. You're using a statistic and you're saying where you got it from. That's called citing. And that's a good skill to have. All right, so what is this going to look like when you're done? It's going to look like a 5-paragraph essay. Again, introduction, body paragraph 1, 2, and 3, and a closing. Use whatever skills you know on how to write a closing. You want to cite as much evidence as possible. You want to avoid those power words. No you, no got, no very, no big and small, good and bad. Don't use the word I. No yous, no I's. I think that's about it. Get at it. When you write it in Score, you can check your work. So there's little buttons you can hit, and it'll tell you like how you're doing, and it'll automatically grade it for you. And you can hit it 1,000 times. I would not hit it 1,000 times. But generally speaking, you need about 2 paragraphs before it picks up on that sort of stuff. It'll just tell you that there's not enough information. Feel free to play around with that, but don't get lost playing around with that. A lot of kids in the past have written it in a Google Doc and cut and pasted it into the investigation. That is fine. You can type right in the investigation. I'm not sure it has spell check they just switched it up. You can play around with it. But just ultimately, at the end of the day, make sure that the writing part is in the investigation on the Big History Project website. Good luck. I'll be on Google Meet if you need me. And again, remember, this is a process. This is not like my grade depends on it. This is all the learning process. Okay. Oh, and the reason I had to do the pre-write on Monday was so that you would have some ideas. So it looked like about half of you did it. About half of you didn't. And if you didn't, you might want to do that. No, let me rephrase that. If you didn't, you should do that first, which is go through all those readings, like brainstorm some ideas, come up with the idea of a thesis. Like that is supposed to take about 20 minutes to half an hour. The writing piece doesn't need to be done by the end of today, although it would be awesome if it was. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm stop talking. I'll Google Meet if you need me. All right, I'll talk to you later.